with Half Dozen Customs. We're out in the shop today, and we're gonna start working on a little project. This isn't gonna be finished today, but hopefully maybe in the next week it'll be finished. I'm just gonna work on it a little bit here and there. There's plenty of other stuff to work on in the shop. Project is not the main priority. But if you look over my left shoulder here, you can see a cabinet back there. It was actually in the rafters of the shed that we recently got, that I purchased from my neighbor. And as soon as I seen it, I see an old gas pump. I've always wanted an old gas pump. Getting one that is old and decrepit and needing to be restored is just out of my price range. So I figured, in the meantime, until I can get one, we can make that look like one. So I talked it over with Colleen, and we decided that we were gonna try and build one that looks like it is in need of restoring. So we're not gonna be sanding it down and body working it, priming it, nothing like that. We're actually gonna leave the door the way that it is, and we are gonna scuff and shoot the outside perimeters of the cabinet, and we're gonna do green and white. We already have them here. I ordered them a few weeks ago, some Sinclair stickers. So I was gonna order remanufactured globe for the top that actually lights up. They're about $200 on Amazon. So I was gonna order one for it, but there's a store that's not far from us that actually has an old Sinclair pump inside the store. So we went there and we looked at it, and they're monstrosities. I mean, they're huge. They're taller than I am. The globes on them are like this big around, and looking at what we have here, like it's half the size of an actual gas pump. So that's what made me go the sticker route. What we're gonna do is I have a piece of aluminum here. We're gonna trace out a circle on it. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna mount it to the top of the cabinet, and we're gonna stick the Sinclair sticker on it. So it looks like it kind of has a globe on it. It won't light up, of course. Maybe I can make we can get some kind of little light that would shine up on it and light it up. But that's later on down the road. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I got a piece of aluminum here. We're gonna trace out a circle on it. We're gonna get that cut out, and we'll get it mounted on the top of the cabinet. I still gotta go pick up, we're just gonna rattle can it. I'm gonna go pick up some green rattle can, and we're gonna spray the outside part of the cabinet green, leaving the door the rusty white. If you look at Sinclair gas pumps, they have a green outer shell with a white door that has the gauge in it and the Sinclair sticker. I haven't ordered it yet, but I did find a company that makes stickers that look like the old gas pump gauge with the numbers on it and everything. So I may end up ordering one of those and just sticking it on there as well. Haven't done that yet, but if they're repop, which I think that they are, it's way too big for that. So we may end up printing something out on my plotter. We'll just print out a white rectangle which will stick on, and then we'll print out all the black numbers and everything and stick that on. So I do have a plotter. I'm able to just make my own stickers, so probably the route that we're gonna go. But let's see about making this top circle section for us to stick the sticker on. Let me put you guys over here. So I have this piece of aluminum. It's a little piece of aluminum that's kind of bent up. We'll worry about straightening it out after we get the circle. I found just the lid of a 5-gallon bucket. I put the sticker on there. The sticker probably comes to about right there. So it'll leave me a border that goes around here. We'll just spray it white with some rattle can, and then distress it. The green that we're gonna put on there too, we're gonna distress it. I was looking at some old pictures on the old interweb, and it looks like everything's painted white and then they spray the green over it. So the old ones that are, the paint's peeling off and they're rusting and everything like that, like you can see that it's white under the green. So being that that cabinet is already old and white, we're just going to spray the green over it, and then we'll sand through some areas showing the white underneath, and maybe do sand through some bare metal spots and spray it with a rust, something that's going to make it rust. Just leaving it outside will be enough. So we'll get there, but we're going to distress it, make it look old. But I figure for the time being, we can get started on this. So we got our circle. So I think what we're gonna end up doing here. So we need to have some kind of bracket that comes down from the middle that we can bend over, drill a couple of holes in it, and then we can rivet it to the top of that thing. Okay, so we kind of got a center going there. We'll go 2 inches out here. Another 2 inches out. Alright, let's see if we can cut that out. I'm hoping to just be able to use a jigsaw to cut this. Okay, so you seen I cut it out with the whiz wheel. Wasn't exactly what I had originally planned. I was kind of hoping to cut it with that jigsaw. But I don't know. Trying to do it by myself, I probably had the wrong blade. You want a really fine tooth blade. That one was kind of a medium. I think it's a bimetal blade. It's for wood and metal. So whiz wheel worked. Just gotta take your time and make several passes. Don't try and cut through it all at once, because this thing cuts in straight lines. So for me to go around the corner, you know, I just did it slow. I took my time and just kept making several passes until I was through. And we got, you know, a pretty good round circle. So now I'm just gonna take some 80 grit on a DA or clean up all the edges. So it was really beat up and bent out of shape. You know, it's an old piece of aluminum that actually came out of the floor of this Jeep. We put a nice new metal floor in there, so you know, we utilize this old piece here for that. I don't really care if it's perfect, because we're not restoring this cabinet. You know, we're gonna make it look old and rustic. Now I'm gonna sand this down. We're gonna paint it white. The sticker is green and white, and it has some red in it. So I think a nice white border around it will look good. We'll end up aging this too. Like once the sticker's on there, we want to age the stickers and everything. So I think next we're gonna drill a couple of holes in here, and then I'm gonna put it in the brake and we're gonna bend it. And then once we get that done, we'll figure out where we want to put it up on the cabinet there, and we'll drill a couple of holes in the cabinet. For right now, I think we'll just we'll just nut and bolt it. When we end up putting the thing together for a final assembly, I'll end up riveting it. I mean, we could leave it nut and bolted too. I guess it doesn't really matter. But let's drill a couple of holes in here and go from there. Let me find some rivets. I know I was going through one of my drawers here the other day, and there was a drawer with some nice big rivets in it. Don't remember which one, but I remember seeing them. I just wanted it for drill size really right now. Not gonna measure nothing or anything like that. I'm just eyeballing it. Checking to see if our rivets fit, and yes they do, and they're a nice tight fit, so that's always good. So I'm gonna go over here and put it in the brake. So again, I'm just gonna eyeball this. Okay, so got it in the brake. Got our holes drilled. Got it in the brake. We got our circle cut out. It's looking pretty good. Just gonna mount this right up here like so. I think that'll work. Some bit of a marker and a tape measure. So this pretty loose, just thin piece of sheet metal up there. So I think what we may end up doing, I have another small square of aluminum over there. I think what we'll do is I'll end up drilling some holes in that as well, and we'll put it up from the inside as a backer. That should help strengthen everything up. So alright, let's see if that helps. Much stronger. Okay. So that's that. So I'm gonna sand it down. We're gonna paint it white. We're gonna leave the door the way that it is, but we're gonna paint the rest green. There's dings, there's dents, there's rust. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to end up scuffing it down with some red scuff head, just so that the green paint kind of sticks. I don't care if the green paint chips off because we want a distressed look. I might not even scuff it. We may just let it ride and spray it green. But then we're gonna come back and we're gonna scratch it up and sand it up and try and distress it as much as possible. Might sand through some bare metal in some areas. Then there's I'll have to look up the exact mixture. I know salt water. If you just spray salt water on it, it'll work. And then you set it outside and it'll do its thing. But I know you can do like it's part peroxide, part vinegar, and that causes it to rust as well. That mixture, if you do it right, I don't know if there's salt water added in that with vinegar and peroxide, but that works in minutes, like it re-rusts it. And then, I don't know, we may go through and do some airbrushing. The stickers are brand new, so I think we're gonna have to go through and do some airbrushing on the stickers and try and add some rust marks and distress them and make them look right. I save metal shavings just for that reason. So once we get the stickers on, we sprinkle the metal shavings on there, and then you spray it with the rust solution, and you let it rust, and then you come back the next day and you wipe all the metal shavings off, and you have all these rust dots and speckles and everything over everything. I'll show you guys how I do it. It's a pretty cool technique. So yeah, we'll, like I said, I still gotta run up. We're just gonna run up to Ace and grab some green spray paint, and I'll paint that top part white. And I think that'll be it. I don't think that we're gonna do anything else as far as you know, building stuff for it like we just did with the top. Only other thing that I do want to add, they have replica old school gas nozzle things on Amazon for they were cheap. They were like 15 or 20 bucks or 25 bucks or something like that. So we may end up, when I order that, like I said, we're gonna figure something out for something that looks like a gauge here, and then on one of the sides, I'll probably take some more of that aluminum, and we'll build a little aluminum box with a hook on it or something, that we can hook the gas pump handle to. And then I'll probably just go up to the auto parts store. We'll buy a few feet of some rubber hose, and we'll hook it from the bottom of the gas nozzle thing. And we'll probably just tuck it in the back. Maybe I'll drill a couple holes and we'll just zip tie it back there. It's gonna sit up against the building up front here. So, yeah. So when I get some paint, we'll be back. Okay, so I went in and got the stickers, just so I can kind of hold them up and see what they're gonna look like. So when I hold this up here, you're gonna be like, the sticker's small compared to the sign you made. But we're gonna paint this sign white. There's already a white line around it, so it's gonna give it a good white border going around it, which if you look at the globes, they're all rounded, and when you're looking at them from the front, they have a white border that goes around the glass globe part. So I think it'll fit fairly well, you know. So we'll stick that in the middle, and like I said, we'll age these stickers, and then this one goes down here. So if you look, you know, if you look up gas pumps on just Google, you know, there's one at the top, there's one at the bottom. They do sell other stickers. This company does. You can get it to where it just says Sinclair. You can get the dinosaur. So there's a whole bunch of different kinds, different styles, different kinds. I went with this one because I really wanted the green and the white and the red. But I may end up getting like a dinosaur, and we'll stick a dinosaur on each side, or maybe I'll get one that says Sinclair, and we'll put it, you know, we'll put it upright where it says Sinclair and Sinclair. You know, they got several different kind of gas pumps out there. Majority of them are green and white. They do have red and green ones. Different gas pumps have different style of stickering on them. So I want it to look somewhat authentic, you know. So I'll look up and see what's close to this sticker, what they have on them, and that's probably what I'll end up going with. You know, the ones that have something similar to this, if they have the dinosaur on the side, then we'll stick the dinosaur on the side. So, but I went in to go get those so that I could hold them up and look for myself and show you guys. So, again, see you when we get some paint. All right, we're back. It's getting dark outside. but I started messing. That's the back of the piece of aluminum that we did, that we cut out, and I just used rattle can. I found some white and some brown in my cabinet, so I sprayed it white, and then I sprayed some brown in some areas. Then I went back. I went back with a rag, and I ragged some brown in some areas, and then I found a crappy brush, and I brushed some brown in some areas, and then I went back and I dusted a couple more coats and some splatters of the brown on there. And I think it looks pretty good. It fits the cabinet for sure. My only thing is, I think I need to, we gotta go get the green for the cabinet anyways. I think I need to get, like a cream white or an off-white. What I have is bright white. So I'll pick up some kind of creamier white. I think that'll match a little better. And like I said, I have metal shavings, and we can do some stuff to make that rust and look authentic. I just did that with rattle can because it was the back side. I'm not going to go through all this process to make the back side look good, but it just goes to show you, you know, with a couple of colors, a rag, and a paintbrush, you know, you can do a very fast, cheap, rustic look, you know. So I think for the back, it's perfectly fine. Now the front will go a little bit different because we're gonna put the sticker on first, and then, you know, do our thing. And we may use some of that brown spray paint. We may use some of a brush. I'm thinking maybe some airbrushing along with the metal shavings. So that'll be cool. But I just wanted to show you guys that. I was just kind of farting around with it while I was watching some half-ass customs on TV. So figured I'd kind of show you guys the semi-finished product of what we're going to be going after. So all right, I'll keep you guys informed. We're back out here today on our little cabinet project, trying to make our cabinet look like a gas pump. So we left off the other day with making this piece, which if it ends up being in a second video, I don't know. But we cut this out of a piece of aluminum, and we got a sticker that goes on here that says Sinclair. We also have a second sticker that matches, that'll go on the front of the cabinet door. I did do this kind of off camera. It's the back side. I didn't really care. I was just kind of messing around with it. I think it looks good when you're I set it up outside with it, and I was looking at it, and it looks good. Like, it matches the patina that's on the cabinet door. I'm happy with it. The only thing that I didn't like was that the white seemed to be too bright. Now, if I was to clean the door, hit it with a red scuff pad, it would brighten up that white, and it would match this. But I don't really want to clean or scuff or do anything to this cabinet. We're just going to paint right over the dirt and everything. And hopefully, you know, later on down the road, the paint starts to peel and it makes it look more authentic. So, but what I did to maybe try and cure some of that bright white, so when we do the front of this, we don't have super bright white, I did pick up a can of antique white. So this doesn't match the cabinet either, but what I'm thinking is we'll, you know, kind of how I did this was I sprayed it bright white, and then I went in and I sprayed a little brown, and then I, you know, sprayed a little brown on a rag and dotted it in a couple of areas, and then sprayed a little brown on a brush and kind of stroked it in a few areas. And then I went back, I sprayed some more brown, and then I played with the trigger on the brown and got it to splatter. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll go that same route, but in between the bright white and the brown, we'll add a little bit of this. Now, I'm not going to put like a full coat on it. We're going to blotch it on there, and kind of dull up some of that white. So, and then we'll go on with the rust and whatnot. And like I said, I have metal. I have metal shavings that I save, which is right here. So I have a whole bag of it's just metal shavings. So we will sprinkle the metal shavings all over everything. And in those metal shavings will rust, and it will give it, you know, a real rust effect on it. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna sand this first, and then we'll go over to the cabinet. We're gonna tape off the door, and we're gonna tape off the black base that's on the bottom, and then we're gonna spray the sides and the back in the green. I did get green. I forgot to bring the sticker with me when I got the green. So we pulled the picture of the sticker up on the phone, and we matched the can to the phone, which I think we were super close. When I brought it home and I checked it up against the sticker, it's not exactly the same as the sticker that we received, but there is also this film that's over the top that once you put the sticker on, you got to peel this film off. And I think that film is distorting the color of the sticker. I think it's kind of a transparent white that's on there, and it's making the color look different. So we'll have to see. But anyways, I think we'll get it close enough. I think we'll get the green sprayed on there. Then I think I'm gonna go back and we're gonna wipe some of the green off, like around the edges and the corners where normal wear and tear would happen. And then we may go back, and where I do that at, we may go back with some like 400 wet sandpaper, and actually sand through the factory white that's on that cabinet down to bare metal, so that bare metal will rust. You'll see the green, the white, and then the rust, and it should help make it look authentic. And then we'll sprinkle metal shavings on there, and we'll hose it down with salt water, or I think there's peroxide and vinegar combination that you can spray on there to cause it to rust. I gotta look it up and see exactly what the combination is for that. And then at the very last step, if I feel that it needs it, we may go back with some brown and an airbrush, and airbrush and highlight some areas, but we'll have to see. But my plan is to get everything painted today and looking rusty. So the metal shavings, you know, we may just put the metal shavings on over the wet paint, let them stick to it, and then put it outside and just let it naturally do its thing. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm just kind of winging this. So let's get to it. Enough chit chat. Just gonna sand this with some 80 first. Okay, so the only reason that I'm sanding this piece up you know, I had talked about how on the cabinet we're not going to sand it or scuff it or anything, because if the paint starts peeling off, it'll look a little more natural, you know. I don't want the paint peeling off this because there's a sticker going over it, and if the paint starts peeling off, I'm going to lose my stickers. So so this piece I am sanding up with 80 grit so that the sticker doesn't fall off later on down the road with the paint. So but let's start taping this door up. So somewhere down here in this vicinity is where the sticker is going to go. What I will probably end up doing is I will probably kind of figure out where the sticker is going to go, and we will scuff and clean that area where the sticker is going to go, just so that the sticker doesn't fall off. So and I don't want like a whole lot of texture behind it, so that when you put the sticker on, it looks all bumpy and nasty and whatnot. I'd like the sticker to stick well on there. So we will clean that up, but as far as the rest of it goes, we're just going to let it fly. So I started wiping off down around the bottom there because I had this thing already like sitting outside on the side of my shed out there, which it was sitting in the gravel, and you know, it was out there in rain and whatnot, and there was all this gravel that was washed up on the bottom, and I need to tape the black baits off down there, so I was wiping it off so I could tape it. The bottom of the door, the tape didn't want to stick to it naturally. But this thing is like super duper filthy, so I am gonna just do a light wipe over it, just so some of the paint at least sticks. Ow. There's just a lot of dirt and a lot of gravel on there from washing up from the driveway. So just going to tape off this lower black down here, like I said. Get my little pad to kneel on. Got it outside. We're going to start applying some green. First thing is just get it green, and then we're going to go from there. Just kind of winging it. See what we come up with. we're gonna have to go paint this inside. There's just too much of a breeze, too much wind going on. So we'll get set up on the other side of the shop here, and we'll just paint it inside. All right, got back inside. I threw the can in the paint shaker, hoping that maybe it seems very transparent. I don't think that helped any. But even if there's no wind, let me grab my mask. Alright, it's coat number 2. We'll be back when she's all green. Alright, so we got it all green. It took about a can and a half. It could probably use another couple of coats, but I'm going to save the other half a can just in case I got to go back with some green or something. So what I'm going to do now is I got some lacquer thinner here and a rag, and I'm just going to hit like some of the corners and the edges and bring it back to the white. Just in some areas where like, so that it would look like, you know, those are the areas that would have been rubbed off, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that rag and lacquer thinner handy. But we just, like I said, just wipe through some areas to make it look like, you know, it's been worn out. Like I said, I looked up a lot of pictures before I started doing this, and you know, it looks to me from the pictures that I seen that the gas units were painted white first, and then the green was over the top of them. So the peeling green paint and the wear marks and the rust and everything, you can see the white underneath it. So I think that that's perfect. Now I'm gonna come in with some brown, and then I'm gonna make it look rusty. Okay, so now we've added some rust color to it. I think it's looking pretty good, and the rust that was already on there, so when we wiped through some of the white, we have some of the rust showing through. I think that that's really a good touch to it. So what next? I don't want to go too crazy, but I'm trying to kind of dull the green up a little bit. I don't want the green to look new, you know. what's next? What's next? So I have some flat clear that I'm thinking we should put over it just so that there's no shine to it. And then maybe we'll, while the clear is wet, we'll sprinkle some of those metal shavings on here, and I think we'll call this bad boy done. So I got the clear coat, we got some metal shavings, and like I said, I think, you know, we're gonna put a coat of this. Like, I'll do the top real quick while it's wet. We'll sprinkle some metal shavings on there. Then we'll come in, we'll do the side while it's wet. We'll throw some metal shavings on there. So I only threw the metal shavings, I kind of sprinkled it on the top. I'm hoping that it'll rust and run down. But I kind of only threw the metal shavings at the areas that we wiped. So, and then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna let this dry, and we will come back later with a solution to spray on there. Like I said, some salt water, or the vinegar thing. Okay, so that's it. We got the metal shavings on. Like I said, I'm gonna let this dry just a little bit, just enough so that whatever we're spraying on there doesn't affect the paint. But I'm gonna let it dry and dry up a little bit, and then we'll spray it down with the stuff. And then afterwards, when it's all dry, you can kind of wipe all this metal shavings off, or you can leave it on there and just let it weather. We may do that, I don't know. We'll see how it looks after we spray our solution on there and get it to start rusting. So I know the last thing that I did this on a Volkswagen hood that we actually have hanging up in our house, and I used salt water, and salt water worked just fine, but it took like several days. Like, I would go down there a few times a day. I worked in my basement at that time. I would go down there a few times a day, and I would spray it down with the salt water. And after a few days, it was all rusted, and I cleared over the top of it, and we were good to go. Now that I cleared it with shiny clear, we wet sanded and buffed it. It's an awesome looking piece. So this, we're not gonna clear over the top of this. This is just rattle can. I want it to weather and weather well, so yeah, we'll be back at it a little bit later to spray some solution on there. I think I'm gonna do the vinegar and peroxide solution because that happens almost instantly. We won't have to wait days for it. So I'll see you guys for that step. Okay, so we're back with our rust solution that we're going to spray over the metal flakes that I threw into the paint. A lot of people say that this is a trade secret and they don't give away the secret. But if you just go on YouTube and you type in rust solution, it pops right up. So it's mostly peroxide with a dash of vinegar and a couple dashes of salt. I would say it's like a 4-to-1 mixture of peroxide to vinegar, so like 4 parts peroxide, 1 part vinegar, and then salt, and I would say a tablespoon or so of salt. So, and then you mix it all up really well, and then you spray it on everything. So. Alright, so that's it. You can see that it rusted instantly. I'm going to let this dry. I have a little bit left in the bottle. I'll probably come spray it again. And then that's it. We're going to put it outside and just let it do its thing. So I think it looks good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sure, if you were wanting to do something like this on a vehicle, I would probably spend a little bit more time, trying to make our breakthroughs look a little better. Maybe I would have came back afterwards and done a little sanding, broke through to some metal, came back after this stage and done some airbrushing and stuff like that. This is just, it's a piece of art, I guess. It's a makeshift gas pump that we're gonna put outside and just let the weather beat the crap out of it. So we'll be back later for I'm probably gonna paint the top, and then we're gonna let this sit and dry for a couple days, and then we'll put the stickers on it and we'll put it outside. I'll see you when it's time to paint that top piece. I'm gonna take a break for now, and we'll see you guys later. I'm out. Okay, so we're back out here. I let that cabinet dry for a few hours. It looks really good. It's supposed to rain the next couple days. I put it outside where we're gonna have it, and I'm just gonna let it get rained on and see what it does. It should change the whole look of it again. But we're out here now on our little circle guy that we made out of aluminum. So I'm gonna get him painted up. We're gonna do a couple different colors of white. We're gonna use some brown for the rust. Maybe a couple little blotches of some black here and there. I don't know. Again, I'm just kind of winging it. And then once we get the sticker on here and on the door, we're gonna go back with the flat clear again, and we're gonna clear over the sticker, and we're gonna sprinkle some rust on it, or sprinkle some metal shavings on there, and create the rust effect like we did on the rest of it to age the stickers and whatnot. But that won't be till the stickers go on. We need to get this guy painted, and everything needs to dry for a good few days before we put the sticker on, just so that everything can release and whatnot. We don't put it on and then, you know, come back a couple days later and the sticker's all bubbly looking because the gases from the paint we're trying to release under the sticker. So let's just get this guy done and be done with this for a few days, and we'll be back to stick the stickers on. So I'm gonna start with the bright white first. This is what we did on the back, and like I said, the back was just kind of a test to see what we were gonna do. This white is a little brighter than the rest of the unit, so I did get some antique white that we're gonna kind of mist over the top of this to kind of add some more effect, try and dull up this white. The antique white don't match either, but maybe a combination of the two will be okay. I think by the time we're done with this, with the sticker on it and the rust and everything like that, it's gonna look great. So we got that coat on there. We're gonna let that dry. We'll be back for coat number 2. I think on the back side I only did 2 coats. It doesn't really matter. It's aluminum. It's not gonna rust. I don't want the aluminum. We need it to be white. So we'll come back in a few minutes. We'll spray another coat of the white on, and then we'll go on to the antique white. Ooh, this one's got a fancy tip on it. Alright, I think that's good for that. Sticker in the middle, so the middle doesn't really matter. Alright, I think that that's good enough for this. I know we went a little more crazy on the other side and we did brush streaks. Like I said, it was just kind of a test. But this side, we're gonna have a sticker covering the majority of this. All that's going to be sticking out is probably about 1.5 inches around the outside ring. And then once we get the sticker on, I'm going to blow some of the flat matte clear over this, and we're going to sprinkle some metal shavings on there, and we're going to do our rust solution. And I'll probably, once we get the sticker on there and we spray the clear coat on there and we sprinkle the metal on, then I'm going to mount this thing to the top of the unit, and we'll spray the solution. We'll spray the solution on it while it's upright, so everything runs down and looks more authentic. So just going to let this dry, and we'll be back in a couple of days. Like I said, I'm gonna give this a couple of days to dry. So we'll be back in a couple of days to put the stickers on. So I will see you guys later. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. And yeah, we're almost done here. I'll see you guys later. Okay, so we're back out here on the project gas pump that we got going on, and we got the boys back in town. Last year they were here, and we made a #1 dad sign for Dad's birthday. So they're back out here hanging out, and figured we'd start to finish up this gas pump. We got a couple of stickers to put on and add some rust to them. So let's get to it. Go ahead, say hi.
Hi, I'm William.
What about you?
Hello, I'm Ben.
So we ordered these stickers off of Amazon. There's some old Sinclair stickers. If anybody's interested in who makes them, streetlegaldecals.com. So very nice. Seemed like it was a mom and pop type shop. We got thank you cards and all that stuff for ordering from them. So I read up on it. It doesn't look like you add any water or anything. You just put them on dry with a credit card. So I gotta try and get this centered.
That's good.
You think, huh? Alright. You take this guy, start at the top, and go like this. Do it over here. Come down this way over here. Alright, pull a couple more times on there. Pull all the air bubbles out of it. So if you just slap it on there and you're very fast and kind of careless with putting it on, you can get an air bubble in between the sticker and the panel. So you kind of want to start at one end and work your way down slowly, and pull it with a credit card, or this is a brand new Bondo spreader, so we use that. Make sure it's on nice and tight, and then if you do get any air bubbles, you can poke it with a razor blade or a needle and work your air bubble out. So not too bad. Got a couple of wrinkles in it, but not too bad for just an old gas pump that we're gonna make look rusty anyways. Alright, let's take some of this stuff. Spray it on around the circle. It's already rusted.
Remember we talked about the sign?
Yeah.
It came out of there brown. Out of the squirt thing.
Brown. It already changed.
All right.
Brown.
All right. Put your hand in there and take a pinch. You too. And take a better pinch than that. All right, sprinkle it on there. All right, take a little more. There you go. Now you're getting it. Sprinkle on the sticker.
Still.
Why do you want to do the sticker?
Huh?
Why do you want to do the sticker?
So that the sticker looks old. Oh,
One spoon. Huh.
now watch, it'll start to rust.
Science!
Science.
You see it starting to rust? Look at the brown. You can see what it did to the table around it.
Yeah. Did a lot. Science. Science.
So we want this gas pump to look old. We don't want it to look new. And the sticker was new, so we gotta make it look old.
Yeah, it's like alright. Do the other side. Let's go over here. So,
Okay, slowly pull that way with your little spreader there. Nope, down. Go down. Get the razor blade and we'll poke some holes. Okay, just pull lightly. I think we're good. This one, there's so much rust on the door. You can set that over here on the shelf. Okay, take your metal and sprinkle it around on the sticker again. Oh wait, we gotta spray it. Let's spray it first. There. Ben sprayed last one, you spray this one. Alright. Do a little around the outside of the sticker, Ben. Go around the outside, like. Alright. Squirt, 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 squirt. Alright, let's let it soak. Alright, well, we'll let that soak for a little bit, and then we're going to stand them upright, and we'll spray it again so that some of the stuff runs downhill. So we'll be back. Okay, we let that sit a little bit, and now we're gonna spray it down again and let it run down. Just spray her down.
It's already running. Fast as it possibly can. More inside. Is that good?
All right, looks good. Let's go over to the cabinet. Grab your spray bottle. Hang on, I'm gonna sit her up.
On you.
Okay, start spraying it. Yeah, you can spray it all. Spray the sticker really good.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just get the sticker.
Don't wash it all off. Let it do its thing.
Yeah. I think that's good for the sticker.
Alright. Now let's let that sit. Alright. We'll be back to see what it looks like later. We'll do the one closest to the TV first. Don't change yet, because we need your output together. Alright, I'll get something bent up. Say bye, Tony. Okay, so as you can see, we're back out here on the gas pump. I just had Colleen help me finalize the top side, and we were at a garage sale, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I picked up the gas pump or the gas handle for the side here. So we're gonna make something real fast to kind of hook and hang this on. So let's see what we can come up with. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I figured, so there's this little slot down here, so we can bend up something to screw to the side here that this hooks onto, and then something that'll hold the top in place. So I just made these for another project, and we're not going to use them. So, you know, I think we can utilize that. I think we can use that up there. And I think that'll be fine. I think whatever we do down here to like hook this in, I think it needs sides on it so that it doesn't, you know, flop around out there. So let's see what. Not gonna measure anything out. We're just gonna wing it. Go. Done. I'm gonna throw him in the blaster real quick, clean him up. Alright, so just clean him up a little bit. Actually, looks like I could use a little bit more. I missed the side. That doesn't matter, it faces the back, and this thing's supposed to look old and grungy anyways. I kind of thought about it after I started sandblasting. So we're about. We want this pump to sit. So I just need you to hold this cabinet. I can't hold it and push it at the same time.
Sure.
I need you to hold that there now. Ta-da! It all. Alright. Well, that's it. You know, we started with just a cabinet. it's just a regular cabinet. I plan on filling it with oil, just automotive oil. While it sits outside, then if the neighbors need some oil, they know where it's at. I got this from my buddy who owns the Jeep that we're building. It was just a cabinet that was actually found up in the attic of his shed. He didn't even know that it was up there. When I seen it, I figured we could turn that into a gas pump. So I asked him if I could get it off of him, and he gave it to us. We did some research and we found these Sinclair stickers off of Amazon. So we picked up 2 of them. We picked up some green paint, just rattle can paint from the hardware store, and rattle canned it out. We did the rust patina on it, put the stickers on it, rusted the stickers out, and then we found this gas pump handle at a garage sale in Bourbon Days. Well, it's Bourbon, Indiana, at the Bourbon Days garage sale. So we got that mounted on there. Got a little hose off to Monte Carlo. Gotta use all the accessories we can get around here. So special thanks to the nephews. They were a huge help on this. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We will see you guys in the next one. I'll get some shots of it outside with the 47 parked next to it. So remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. I'm out.
Oops.